as this life is going more and more and more, being a DJ, traveling and everything else, I'm becoming less interested in the party side of it. Like I'm now as a person, like I'm kind of done with it. It's still part of me, but I am exploring a lot more, which I never used to do. It always used to be partying off your head in an apartment, sweating your tits off all day. But now it's like, it's not like that anymore. Well, sometimes. Years and years ago, I'd taken acid and I was lying there and I was just outside in Ibiza and I was looking at the sky. All of a sudden I could just see, the only way I could describe it was like, imagine like a big bag of brown feathers just getting thrown in front of like a huge fan. It was coming down from the stars to where I was, but like really intense. And I was like, what the fuck is that? So as it got closer to me, it was so physical that I felt like I could touch it. So as I put my hand in to touch it, it all just flew from the sky and covered both my hands. And my hands, I couldn't see my hands anymore. It was like, I felt like I was getting like this force holding my hands, and I was like, what is going on? And eventually it kind of just fell off, landed on me and just evaporated. And I was like, anyway, as like weeks went on, days, like months went on, it just slowly started coming back, but coming around people, but fully with colours. And I was starting to see like what I now know as auras or energy. It really kind of got really intense, to the point where I started just becoming a bit isolated from everything and a bit more focused on this. It was really weird, but eventually got me to like lead into like me thinking more spiritual based, which then led into how I am now basically. Just a massive earth queer. So I went to this woman, I just broke up with my girlfriend as well. At this time I had no money, had no job, I was living in my friend's sofa. I was like trying to become a DJ or well-known producer, but I had nothing was happening at this point. So I was a bit all over the shop. I just needed some help. So I got my friend put me in touch with this woman. I went to go see her. She's now like one of my closest friends, she's called Kim. She went through my whole life from the beginning to when I was born to like the present day. She went into all my future, this was before I got signed to Aspirations and everything. But she told me all about all of that, and then she was just like, basically, you're a born healer, and you're so distracted from it that you wouldn't have ever found out because of your party life and everything else, that you've not realised this, but it's come to you. But she really, generally, she opened me up to understanding what the fuck was going on, basically.
What the madness was.
Yeah. To be honest, I want people to see that side of me, and like it's interesting, and I want people to be interested in it because it's such a beautiful thing to know about. The only way you can really believe in it is through experience.
Yeah.
You can be interested, but until you've experienced something that really makes you go, do you know what? Yeah, that is real. As much as I'm spiritual, I can't be arsed of it as well. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Fucking stuff happens, stuff's going on. Out of the people who play, I'm the only one who does Reiki, I think. I've done some like big sessions with Jamie, especially Jamie. Like we've gone through some pretty mad stuff, me and Jamie. Richie as well, everybody, all of us, apart from Russ Yallop. Russ just thinks it's bollocks. Listening to me now, people listening to this were like, what is that fat bastard on about? Do you know what I mean? But like Russ is great, and he just thinks it's bollocks. But fair enough. He thinks I'm mad, basically. I was making so much music, but I waited to the right time when I felt like my music was good enough. So I wanted it to be an impact. I gave off the track Joe Johnson to Richie Ahmed, and he loved it. I don't think he told me at this point that Jamie had heard it. I went to the EC10 with all my friends. Suddenly, like, my tune started coming, Joe Johnson started coming in, but I didn't even recognise. I was just like, dancing my tits off, like sound, got a spot. And then my mates were just like, it's Joe Johnson. And I was like, what is? And they're like, it's your track. And I was like, it's not. And they're like, oh, actually, that shit is. I was like, it was mad. And then as soon as the bass line dropped and I heard the whole club just like roar for it, it was like, that at that moment I was like, fucking hell, this is actually pretty mad. Basically, the music in the pipeline at the minute is I'm doing Hot Creations next, I think, Drum Code. I'm going to do Moon Harbour more, Desolate more, and then I'll be doing other stuff, but they're like the main solid labels that I'm going to be doing for a while. Yeah. And also maybe Cocoon sometime again as well. Just lucky to be able to have these avenues to put out my music, and also to be surrounded by so many people that are involved in them, so yeah, it's wicked. I'll definitely be doing this for a while. I'm going to be DJing for quite a while, but it isn't the ultimate thing that I want to be doing. Like, it isn't really, me as a person isn't about travelling all the time and being constantly surrounded by just endless parties and drugs and all that sort of stuff. Like, it isn't really what I'm fully all about. So I'm going to be doing this for a while, but I want to help animals. I want to do things that I think mean stuff for the planet. Have my own vegan places, my own retreat, which I said teach music, do all like my healing side of things, yoga, all that, and then eventually acting included in it all. I think that'll be a pretty nice life to end with. Acting workshops, yoga, Reiki, animals and vegetables.
It sounds brilliant, having that.
Eat loads of couscous and learn how to make tunes.
Excellent.